Well, hello again, my second graders. This time we're going to look at the grammar that we have in this unit. Okay, before we do that, let me make the disclaimer notice, the aviso de privacidad. A partir de este momento iniciamos la grabación de la sesión de clases en Zoom. El uso de este video será única y exclusivamente para fines académicos. Ninguna persona puede usar las imágenes, audio o información que aquí se comparten con fines ajenos a la clase. Los derechos son propiedad del Instituto Oriente AC. Este espacio se rige bajo las normas del Manual de Convivencia del Colegio. Okay, so the grammar for Unit 9. Okay, it's not very complicated. Okay, what we have here for our schools course, okay, is the use of always and never to describe what we do during each season. That's what we will learn today. Today I will learn to use always and never to describe what we do during each season. Okay? For the grammar, we're going to focus on these two words. We have always and never. Okay? Always, never. And for each season, during each season, okay? So remember the seasons. We have spring. We got summer. Also, we have fall. And finally, we have winter. Okay, spring, summer, fall, winter. All right? And we're going to use always and never to talk about our activities in these 4 seasons. So let's begin. Let's suppose that we have Joe eating a hamburger and Ben not eating anything. Okay? Look at Joe. Joe is going to eat a hamburger on Monday. Then he's going to eat a hamburger on Tuesday. And he continues. He eats a hamburger on Wednesday. He eats a hamburger on Thursday. He eats a hamburger on Friday. He eats a hamburger on Saturday. And he eats a hamburger on Sunday. We're going to say that he always eats a hamburger. Okay? He always eats a hamburger because he eats a hamburger every single day of the week, from Monday through Sunday. Okay? Now, look at Ben. Ben doesn't eat anything. He doesn't eat a hamburger on Monday. That's why he's sad. He doesn't eat a hamburger on Tuesday. No, he doesn't eat a hamburger on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he doesn't eat a hamburger. On Thursday, he doesn't eat a hamburger. On Friday, he doesn't eat a hamburger. On Saturday, he doesn't eat a hamburger. And finally, on Sunday, he doesn't eat a hamburger. Okay, we're going to say that he never eats a hamburger. Okay, and there we have it. Always, never. Always is for something that we do all the time. Never is for something that we don't do. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. No. Okay? That's the difference between always and never. And that's the difference between these two boys. The first one always eats a hamburger. And the second boy never eats a hamburger. Okay, so look at this conversation. Okay, we have a boy and a girl speaking. The boy says, "What do you do in the winter?" Okay, the question is about activities in winter. And the girl responds, "I always visit my grandparents in the winter." Okay, this is something that she does. This is something that she does all the time. We can say that this is positive. For positives, we're going to use always. I always visit my grandparents in the winter. Okay? Very important. We put always after the person, after the subject. Okay? I always, you always, she always, he always, they always, okay, and so on. And then she responds for the other part, I never go to the beach in the winter. This is something negative, okay? For negatives, we use never, okay? I never go to the beach in winter. Another thing that people never do in the winter, well, people never go swimming in the winter when they live in a cold place, of course. Okay, another thing that people never do in the winter is probably go, well, we have go to the beach, so they don't go to warm places, okay, unless they want to get away from the cold. But never is for things we don't do. Not this time, not the next time, not ever. Okay, that's the difference between always and never. Okay, next conversation. Do you go to school in the summer? Okay, now we're talking about activities in the summer. Okay, so what does this boy do? I'm sorry, what doesn't this boy do in the summer? Not this summer, not the next summer, not any summer. Okay, he says, because it's negative, something that he doesn't do, I never go to school in the summer. He can also say, I never do homework in the summer because he doesn't go to school. He can also say, I never get up early for class in the summer because he doesn't go to school, so he doesn't get up early. He doesn't do homework, okay? Again, the correct place for never is after the subject, okay? I never go, you never go, she never goes, they never go, he never goes, okay? Put never after the subject. If you say that you do something all the time, yes today, yes tomorrow, yes the day after tomorrow, you do it all the time, you're going to use the word always. I always play games with my friends in the summer. That means that he always plays with his friends in the summer. He always sees his friends in the summer. He always gets together with his friends in the summer. These are activities that, yes, he does all the time. Yes. So let's practice. Remember, always is positive, things that we do all the time. Never is negative, things that we don't do. Number one, what do they do in the summer? Do they go on vacation? Yes, they, we have positive. For positive, we're going to use always. Yes, they always go on vacation in the summer. Yes, it's positive, they do it. They do it all the time. Number two, do you go to the beach in the winter? No, we don't. Okay, this is negative. We don't do this. Not today, I'm sorry, not this winter, not last winter, not next winter, not any winter. Okay, so it's things that we don't do. That's why we're going to say never. We never go to the beach in the winter, maybe in a different season. Number three, what does she do on Mother's Day? Well, we're talking here about giving a present to our mom. Well, she giving a present to her mom. And this is something that she does all the time. Mother's Day after Mother's Day after Mother's Day. So this is always. It's positive. She always gives her mother a present. Okay, remember that. Always is for things we do all the time. Never is for things we don't do. Not today, not tomorrow, not anytime. So let's practice a little bit more, okay? This time we have a combination of always and never with questions. We're going to use do and what. Now remember, we're going to use do before a subject, okay? We're going to use do before a subject. Okay, so let's start with Gina. She says, blank, do you do in the summer? Can we put never? I'm sorry, can we put always? Can we put always right there? No, we can't. Why? Because we have always, or we put always after the subject, and the subject is here. Okay, so technically we should write you always do in the summer, right? But it's not possible, so we can't put it. Can we put do? Well, that's also incorrect. We can't put do. Why? Because we already have do for the question right here. We can't repeat it a second time. Can we put never? No, we can't put never. Why? Because technically never always comes after the subject. After the subject. And the subject is right here. So if we need to put never, technically we have to put it after you and say you never do in the summer. But that's not the case. Okay, that's not possible. So that's why this is not correct. Can we put what? Yes, we can. We have an open question, okay? So we're going to use what for the WH question word. What do you do in the summer? Perfect. What do you do in the summer? Okay, now we only have 3 options. Billy says, we go to the beach in the summer. Do you go to the beach too? Gina responds, no, we blank go to the beach. We always go to the mountains. So what do we need here? Notice that we have some important details. Detail number 1, no, that's negative. Detail number 2, we. Okay, we have the subject, the person. Remember that after we put the person, okay, we put always or never. Okay, first the person and then always or never. The subject, that's what I mean when I say the subject. We need the person. For example, my mother always cooks. My father never sleeps in. My brothers always watch TV. My grandmother never goes downtown alone. Okay, we put first the person and then always or never. And we have the person. The person is right here. We. Okay, so after the person, we put always or never. In this case, we have negative. So we're going to put never, all right? And we scratch that out of the options. No, we never go to the beach. We always go to the mountains. Billy, blank, you go with your family. There is a very, very important detail that we have to pay attention to. That detail is the question mark. We have a question mark. Remember, to make a question, it's necessary to use do. For a question, we always use do, okay? Except when we have the verb be. When we have the verb be, we don't use do, but that's not the case. So we're going to use do. Do you go with your family? Okay, remember, do you go? Do you like? Do you play? Do you speak? Do you watch? Do you eat? Do you clean? Okay, that's the correct structure for a question. Do, the person, the verb. Do you go? Do you eat? Etc. And then the last one we have, yes, I always. It's the only option that we have. I always go with my family. Do you go with your family? Yes, I always go with my family. Voila. We finished this little bit of practice by using deduction, okay? Now, as I said, here in this unit, for this section, this grammar section, we're looking at activities that we do in the year during each season. Spring, summer, fall, winter, okay? So we're going to do just that. We're going to take a look at June, which is part spring and part summer, okay? We're going to look at the activities that we do, okay, during this season and see if it's something positive or negative. So we're going to look at the calendar that we have for June, okay? That's the month that we're going to use for this exercise. And then we're going to read and circle the correct answer. Number one, do they have a New Year's party in June? A New Year's party. New Year's. New Year is not in June. New Year is in January, okay? During winter. So here we don't have the celebration in June. We're going to say never. No, they never have a New Year's party in June, okay? We have that in negative. Number two, what do they do in June? Okay, we have visit cousins. So where are the cousins? Right there. They visit their cousins on Saturday, okay, on the 10th of June. So this is something they do. Yes, they always visit their cousins in June. It's an activity that they do June after June after June after June. Number three, we have what do they celebrate in June? And we're talking about Father's Day. When do they celebrate Father's Day? We have it right there. Okay, on a Sunday in June. We have it on the third Sunday of June. So it's an activity that they do every single June, June after June after June. They always celebrate Father's Day in June. Number four, which is the last one. Do they have Billy's birthday party in June? Billy, where is Billy's party? It's not here, it's not there, it's not anywhere. No, they never have his birthday party in June. It isn't Billy's birthday. No, it's somebody else's birthday. Okay, next, we're going to write either always or never. Okay, we're going to fill in information about Julia. Julia says, hi, I'm Julia. I always skate on ice in the winter. Okay, so let's answer the questions about Julia. We're going to look at the box, okay? We're going to look at the images, the information that we have, and fill in the blanks. Number one, what does she do in the winter? She rides her bike. Rides her bike, that's in the category of never. So she never rides her bike. Second activity, skate on ice. That's always. She always skates on ice. She always skates on ice. What does she do in the spring? Okay, first we have a party. That's in the category of always. So she always has a party. Next activity, go on vacation. In spring, never. That's never. That's in the category of never. She never goes on vacation. Next, what does she do in the summer? Swimming. Let's see, where is swimming? We have there in always. So she always swims. And the other activity, go to school, that's in never. In summer, nobody goes to school in summer. So she never goes to school in summer. Okay, then we have the last season, fall. What does she do in the fall? And we have the first activity, celebrate New Year's. That's something she never does. Okay, so she never celebrates New Year's. Remember, New Year's is celebrated in January, technically, the 1st of January. We start with New Year's Eve on the 31st of December, and then we have New Year's Day on the 1st of January, okay? And then the last activity is visiting cousins, and we have that in the always category. So we're going to say that she always visits her cousins. All right, that's it. That's all that we have for today. Remember to use always for positives, never for negatives, never for things you don't do, always for things you do all the time, okay? Watch this video as many times as you need to, okay? Remember to do the homework for Pearson. Do the homework on the Pearson platform, and then also do the homework on the Acervo Escolar platform, okay? Para la tarea de Acervo Escolar, ya no la vamos a poner en donde dice curso, ahora va a estar en el muro para una dinámica un poco diferente, ¿ok? Entonces, no se preocupen por entregar la tarea, la vamos a revisar todos juntos el viernes, ¿ok? Un poquito diferente como para variarle, ¿ok? Entonces, no se preocupen por regresar sus tareas, por entregarlas, las vamos a checar todos juntos el viernes, all right? Ténganla a la mano ya contestada. And I'll see you this upcoming Friday. Okay, I'll see you at 9:40. At 9:40, remember, not a minute earlier. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week. God bless you all, my little kids. I'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.